Friends, Running Kimono here. So we have a little Saturday story time. I know a lot of you enjoy these. So this comes from a really good friend of mine. I have a friend. We've been coupon friends since 2014, and today she really goes hard only for detergent deals. She doesn't go really hard for anything else. And that's what she stockpiles the most. So whenever I have like a Dollar General gain video, she's like, "Get it out to me right away. I need this intel," because that's what she tends to really zero in on. So she has a basement with a lot of detergent. Only detergent, everything else not so much, but detergent a lot. These are older photos too of my stockpile, just to paint you guys a picture. So the background of this story is my friend was hosting Christmas at her house, and her brother was there along with sister-in-law and a whole bunch of extended family members. And there's kind of like a whiff and a memory in a lot of the extended family that just show up maybe like once a year for Christmas. And they were like, "Didn't you coupon at one point?" And my friend was like, "Yeah, but now I just do like little detergent deals. I don't really do anything." And they were like, "Okay, whatever." And it really just kind of was asked and ended right there. So as the day progressed, they have to tidy up the kitchen and do some dishes. And her brother started to use some of her Dawn Power Wash. And he's like, "Wow, this stuff is really amazing." And my friend was like, "I actually have an extra bottle of this in my stockpile if you would like it." And so she doesn't really stock up on the Dawn Power Wash, but she wanted to, give her brother one of them, because she had an extra. And again, she mostly stockpiles detergent, not Dawn Power Wash. So she went into the basement, and her sister-in-law followed her, of course. And she thought that was kind of strange, but they were just going to the basement to get one Dawn Power Wash. And upon finding that, sister-in-law saw all the detergent and immediately started with, "Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have this? Can I have that?" And my friend was like, she's like, "You can have one." And she only wanted to give her one. And she felt really like she was put on the spot and she wasn't cool with it. And she's like, even though it looks really great on a shelf and it's nice and neat and it might look like I got everything for free, and the guys that I used to extreme coupon and back in 2000, like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, when P&G had the really good inserts and you could do whatever, you would have a really beautiful stockpile for next to nothing. But now the way that these manufacturers are just limiting coupons, I don't know when I'll ever find a sale that good, so I want to stockpile it. And the idea that, before take whatever you want, I don't care, those rules have kind of changed, and she kind of felt like put on the spot. She's going downstairs to share a Dawn Power Wash. It's not like take whatever laundry care you want, but it turned into that, and it was just kind of like, the hands just flying everywhere. I want this, I want that, da 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 da. And she just felt really like put in a weird spot. To her credit, she did stand her ground, and she was like, "Hey, I can only give you one," even though there was like 20 on a shelf. She only gave her sister-in-law one, and they grabbed that Dawn Power Wash and got out of that basement really quickly. But yeah, it's just one of those things that sometimes, like the non-couponer, they always have this assumption that we get all this stuff for free, and they could just take whatever they want, and it's like their own store. "I'm not going to pay you a cent for this, but I'm just going to take whatever I want." And that drives me bananas too. When people feel entitled like that to your stuff, throw this in your back pocket. Sometimes a family member or a relative you see one time a year, if they're in your own personal space and looking at your stockpile, they'll be like, "What is all this stuff? Can I just have like a whole, can I have like 6 of these?" And the answer to that should always be no. I did take the liberties to jot down a couple things. Saying the word no is perfectly fine. Especially right now, like we don't know when we're always going to get these hot Tide deals, or if they'll just end them all. P&G's been doing some weird stuff lately, making it harder for us to get our Tide, Gain, that sort of stuff. So saying the word no is perfectly fine. And if you are a person who likes to give, or it depends who's in front of you. Like if it was my mom, I'd say take whatever you want. But if it was like some extended family member who I only see once a year, just give them one. And giving them one is probably more than anything they would ever give you. Or you could throw it back on them. And I do this to people sometimes. I'm like, "Well, if you had a stockpile like this, would you share with me?" And just see their answer in their face. And if they're like, "No," then you don't have to give them a thing. But if you say that to them, it sometimes puts people in this weird checkmate sort of mental thing. Just, "Would you share with me, specifically me?" And if the answer to that is no, you don't have to share with them. And you don't have to explain yourself either. Sometimes as women or men, we just tend to over explain things. You don't have to do that either. You don't owe them a story or why your basement is the way that it is. It's always okay to just not have to explain it. You have this hobby, you do your thing, they're in your space. You don't have to give them the whole story of, like, I do coupon deals, blah, 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 You don't have to. And it is okay to practice saying the word no. Throw this one in your back pocket, guys. Sometimes we get put into these weird spots. Even one time I had some sort of like furnace handyman looking to get some free tide, and I had to pay a $600 furnace repair bill. And I kind of looked at him. I'm like, well, you're going to take $100 off of that and we can talk. And then he's like, well, I can't do that. And I'm like, well, I can't give you whatever you want. Some guy named Mike showing up at my house, being very handsy with my tide. That didn't end very well for him. Okay, that's it for this video. In the comments, let me know if you've ever dealt with this. And I know there's a lot of experienced couponers on my channel. You'll have a similar story or something to share. Looking forward to reading that. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.